Yeah, I mean, certainly we're in a struggle here in the last two games, and Creighton's obviously a good team. Um, just they controlled it, kind of similar to the game we had with Villanova. I thought we had some spurts in the third where we did some good things, but we give away opportunities left and right in terms of trying to claw back in a game like this. And so, we're not scoring enough to defend like we are, and if we continue that way, it's going to be difficult. And so we're a little bit of an enigma. I feel like we've shown the ability to play well, against different styles, but obviously the last two we've struggled. We're struggling to score, and obviously to rebound. So not a great combination in terms of trying to have a formula to win, but they do that to you too. So I mean, obviously Creighton has done a great job over the years, and they're continuing to do that. So they're very connected in what they do, and they have shot making ability, and offensively they're extremely well coached. So if you don't disrupt what they're trying to do, it becomes very hard. So I thought, like I said, I thought the third quarter was some bright spots. Outside of that, I thought we struggled mightily today in terms of how we played.
Joe, you get Villanova and Creighton right out of the gate in Big East play, two experienced squads that are going to be toward the top of the league. What can a stretch like that teach you with this group moving forward in the conference play?
Look, the game's unforgiving. I mean, the league is unforgiving. No one feels sorry for you. But I think in seeing how both teams have played so far, yeah, they're good. I mean, for us, we've got to make sure that we're doing a better job. I think we got stressed a little bit, so that's good. I think we've been given hopefully a wake-up call in terms of how we have to approach things every day. But I've got to do a better job of figuring how we can score to get them to understand what I think has been successful for us, and in the last two games I have not. And so it's a frustrating part for me, but they show up to practice, and they work, and I like the group, and I think, yeah, it's easy to dwell on one game or two games. We have to be able to flush it and get ready for the next one.
Joe, you guys have been a really good defensive team throughout this season. I would imagine Creighton got a couple of more open looks than you were happy with today. Just what did you see in some of those defensive miscues?
In the first quarter, again, we give up, threes in transition where we got no locating in terms of the shooters that were out there. I thought even on made baskets. So it's something that we have to continue to try to fix. I think sometimes we have a little lack of awareness, but no, I mean, listen, they make shots too. The way they play and move is very difficult in terms of their style. And I think there are times where we're going to be limited, and we've got to figure out ways to adjust and stay in the game. And then there's times where I think we've played, extremely well. But I thought from a toughness standpoint, we've got to be better. From a competitive standpoint, we've got to be better. And from a knowledge standpoint, in terms of what we're trying to do, we got to be better in terms of game plan. But no, I mean, they ran the floor well. We knew they were going to push it. It's just how they play. They try to push pressure on you, in transition. And I thought we lost people. But then it was 0 boards. It was 0 board sniper threes, and once you give up an 0 board, the highest percentage shot, it's most likely that kick out for a three from the 3-point line. So they took advantage of it. They make 6, we make 2. That's a big gap. We didn't manufacture many points. Even when we got to the line, usually we've shot it well. Last 2 games we haven't. So it's interesting.
Yeah, Joe, did you sense maybe it was going to be a little more of a struggle after Phoenix picked up her second foul early?
Hard to tell. Obviously, it disrupted the flow for her a little bit, and I think, we just haven't gotten enough at times from our guards, so we tried to play a little bigger today, even though it's probably not the right way to play against them. But initially, I thought we were doing an okay job, but certainly that triggered us having to go to the bench, and depending on how that next player comes in is kind of the way that it rolls out. And we've had some players struggle in practice the last couple weeks, and so we're trying to juggle and give guys opportunity who have done well, and either they're going to be able to step up and do it or not. And today they didn't, as a whole. But no, I think, look, I mean, it's hard to say in terms of if that really affected us or not.
Going into the season, you were very enthusiastic about the tool ball handling with Lachey and Bernaya halfway through the year, now going into the new year. What can you say about how they've produced?
Yeah, I mean, look, I think when they're both playing the right way, they're a pretty good combination. I think part of the reason we were successful too was Sky was playing at a high level, for us, and I think that was a big piece to it. I thought, to her credit today, like a kid like Jade came in and did some good stuff for us. But no, I mean, listen, when Lachey's numbers are a little better today, which I'm happy with in terms of her efficiency. I think that's a big conversation with her in terms of what's right. I think she missed some people too in terms of distribution. But at the same time, if no one's looking to attack and score, she's going to have to take the bulk of the shots. But I think when Bernaya and her are playing at their level, we're a different team. But we need everybody. We're not. Our makeup is not one that we can have multiple players struggle in a game for us to win. I think as good as we had been defensively, certainly there are deficiencies that you have to continue to work on, and we're going to have to continue to work on that. And I think our league's going to present some different challenges in terms of how people play.